freak you right, I will. I freak you right, I will. I freak you like no one has ever make you feel.
What up, A-Town?
You know I do it.
Get 'em.
You know I do it.
Get 'em.
I'ma give you what your body needs. Tonight I'm fucking you.
Kalo motherfucking Capella. What's up, yo?
Man, what's good with it, brother?
Man, look, bruh, you have the hottest motherfucking song out right now. The Continuation. Can you please give me some background on this song? Like, what made you come up with that, and what's your thought process of the song in general?
Well, you know, man, my manager, she pushes me very hard, and then, you know, and she was just telling me like, okay, you need to make this type of song and this and that and that. So then I called my nigga 2020 Guap. That's the studio I recorded the song at, you know, 2020 Recording Studios out in Houston, Texas. And he, like, you know, I was like, man, I said I'm a vibe to the song, man. And then I went in the studio, he played the music, and I actually freestyled the song. I know it sounds like really good, and I was like, man, so I was like, I really like, when I came on, I was basically just freestyling the song, man, and then the shit just turned out nice, man, to be honest with you.
Look, so that song is a freestyle.
The song is a freestyle, bro.
Right. So,
and like after I freestyled, because we played it like 3 times, like the full song 3 times, and then like so like I freestyled, and then I just started adding ad libs, and then, you know, after I sat down and listened to it, then I added the little melodies that you hear and stuff like that.
quick question: is that the first time people hearing this?
That I wouldn't say it's the first time, because I've performed it a few times, and then they played it in a few clubs in Houston.
No. Is it the first time people hearing that this song is a freestyle?
Oh yeah, first time. Yeah, most definitely.
I got the exclusive. I appreciate that, my
yeah,
brother.
Man, nobody know that.
Yeah. Well, they know that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man. Tell me a little something about Kalo Capella. Like, who are you? Like, give me a little something about your background, man.
Man, I can just tell you, I'm a hungry artist, man. And, you know, I really believe that nobody's gonna get in the way of me achieving greatness. You know, I've been through so much shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like nobody even really know this, man. Yeah, like your boy was even homeless at one point, bro. And it was around the time that Pursuit of Happiness came out, man. And then when I was like, I put my last bit of change. You know what I'm saying? I went to go see the movie and stuff like that. And then they had a part where he was in the bathroom. He locked the bathroom because he lost everything, him and his kid and stuff. And, man, that tore me apart, man. And so, like, after that, man, I was just like, you know what, I'll never be in this situation again. So I did everything I could to come out of that situation. And then, and so now, you know, I'm going to be the king of R&B, man. Remember that. This day,
it's noted.
October 2019. Yes, I said that.
So now you're a man of different hats.
I do.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like ex-military?
Ex-military.
Firefighter?
A firefighter was my job in the military, yeah.
So what else you did, and how was your experience, you know, doing all that?
Man, I've done so much, man. Because, you know, I'm a firm believer that you always have to have a backup plan, man. Because you can't always depend on the one skill that you have, man. You have to have multiple ones,
right? Because
you never know what's not gonna work out. You know, I was a firefighter for 13 years, man. And then I moved to Houston. They had a hiring freeze. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now I couldn't even get a job. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing construction and stuff. You know, I mean, I've even boxed back in the day. You know, I've done a lot of stuff. You know, football, basketball, track, baseball.
Yeah, high school.
Cooking, you know what I'm saying? Started my own clothing line now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I've done a lot of stuff, man.
You was a high school superstar, man. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely thought I was, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? I was on varsity my 9th grade year in football, you know. I really thought I was the man. Everybody thought I was going to the NFL, man. And then, you know, I changed.
Yeah.
Shit just, you know, didn't go that way for me, so.
I feel you, man. So, you had a recent trip to Atlanta, man. How did that work out for you?
Oh man, man, the Atlanta trip was really crazy, man. I mean, there was emotions everywhere, man. Like, I mean, like, but at the end of the day, we did come back together each time, what I'm saying, to get the mission complete, I mean, like, it wasn't pretty, what I'm saying. This trip was not pretty at all, but we did what we had to do to be successful at the end of the day, so.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
And then this one little heifer, we didn't, what I'm saying, went up there. She didn't change the spot to perform like 3 times already. And then soon as we walk in, she already knew who we were. What I'm saying? She had an attitude with us, man. So I got out of character. What I'm saying? And a lot of people saw a side of me they haven't seen before. What I'm saying? Because they be like, oh, I've never seen you mad. I'm like, well, I don't get mad because when I do, what I'm saying, I'm a completely different person. So like, I didn't want that to happen. But that woman definitely got me out of my element, though.
Yeah, I can truly say you're a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, man.
You confident, which I think a lot of people like, and you very chill. So, I was at the club with you that night.
Yeah.
And I seen the disrespect, and I seen how you stood up for your crew. Mm-hmm. That's very commendable, man. So, like, do you have another single about to drop? Like what's your future plans? I know you got an EP coming out, right?
Yeah, man. And I'm very torn about the EP, man, because like I have, not to brag, man, but I have so many good songs, man. Like, I was like, man, I don't know if I should just drop an album, drop an EP, drop 2 EPs, man, whatever, but man, it's I just decided that I'll do 2 EPs, man, because like Jay Candy always say, man, what I'm saying, I can't give you too much sauce. You only got 4 nuggets, so I'm only giving you 1 sauce at a time, man. So that's pretty much how it's gonna go.
So what's gonna be the name of your EP?
Oh man, it's gonna be called Climax.
Climax.
Yeah, Climax. Cause man, if you listen to Continuation, know that every song on that EP is on that same level.
Now you already know this, Kalo. Like, I'm a huge fan of you. Mm-hmm. And the song itself. You know what I'm saying? What I want to ask is, what has been the reaction since your song, the Continuation, dropped? Like, have people perceived you differently?
You know what? Man, people have perceived me differently, man. Like when they play it in the club, man, it gets wild, man. Like, yeah. And it's so real, man, because like I said, I did spend a little time homeless at one point, man. And to see people's reaction to the song, man.
It's a hit song.
It brings me to a place I'm happy, I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, like this really happens for me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they, man, like when I performed, man, and my manager will tell you, man, when I performed one time, I had a woman crawl on the floor to me. I was like, whoa. I was like, just a little shocking reaction. But I was like, I don't care about that. But I just care about like just to see everybody grooving to the song and stuff like that and everybody loving it. Then we went to Atlanta, man, everybody loved the song out there. Everybody that heard it, they loved it. And, you know what I'm saying, like, man, that song, man, eventually, man, it's gonna go platinum, man, for sure, man. Once the world hear it, man, that song is definitely gonna go platinum, man.
So true or false? I heard y'all had like restaurants, barbecue spots, like the whole 9 yards. Like after shows, I'm hearing that y'all going to these local shops, pop-up shops, performing like for free, like whatever, and people just going crazy. Is that true?
Oh man, that is definitely true, man. Going from spot to spot, man, just like, because that's who we are, man. Like we very outgoing people, man, and it's just like, and then like I said with Chantel, my manager, she don't take no shit, man, and she was like, we make sure that the song, she gonna make sure the song being played and stuff like that. And then with the crew we got, man, like I said, they just as outgoing as me. We get out together. Once we get together, what I'm saying, despite the arguments that we've had just a few minutes ago, once we're in public, man, we get out there and do our goddamn thing, man. And then, people going crazy. They start downloading and buying the music right then and there, man. I mean, it's crazy, man, to feel, man. But it's awesome at the same time, man.
Yeah, I know that. When you have a crew, sometimes it's like family. You argue, you bicker. But at the end of the day, it's still one goal, one dream, one team. So you went on tour with J Candy and Shiley the Superstar in Atlanta. The Dirty South tour. Whatever. Was it A3C?
A3C Festival. Yeah.
So how's your relationship with them? How they came about? Tell me something.
You know what, man? I met J Candy, man. I met J Candy last year too, also, I think. Yeah. Either earlier this year or last year, like the end of last year. But I met him through a comedian. And then he was like, he linked us up. He was like, man, he said, I wish y'all boys would do some music together. We never did, though. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I wish y'all do some music together, He said, I believe y'all would be a good team and stuff like that. And so he introduced us, whatever. Never had the opportunity to do any work together. And then, that was that. And then come around, I'm saying, just like every time, like some places he'll be, both performing or whatever like that. And then, just like, just talking or whatever like that. And then you came around again and we met through Chantel again because Chantel had the band also.
Right.
And then J Candy signed with the band. And then, so that's how we all linked up, man. So
I would say, man, y'all all compliment each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do y'all have future plans of dropping music together?
I mean, there's a possibility, bro. Real talk, man. I mean, there's a possibility that we're gonna do some music together. I mean, I wrote a song for him. I already know it's gonna be a hit, man, because it's a good ass song, And I'm not saying it because I wrote it, but I'm saying it because I can hear him on it.
Right. And have you heard this yet?
He hasn't heard it. He know I wrote one. I told him I wrote a song for him, but he hasn't heard the song yet because I've been focused on getting my project done right now.
Right.
So that's been the only main focus. I haven't been focusing on anything else because I've already put the project out for other people already. I said, you know what, let me go ahead and focus on my project right now. You know what I'm saying? So
I heard your second single.
Almost down.
Well, I heard a sample. I ain't gonna say I heard the whole thing. I heard a sample.
Man, man.
Is it Breakfast in Bed? You haven't decided what your second single gonna be?
Man, Breakfast in Bed is featuring a young lady from Houston. She goes by the name of Miss Blue. She gripped that junk too, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that is gonna be. Man, I can't give y'all too much sauce right now. Cause I have a lot of songs that I can release right now, man, and I'm very proud of them, man. So
Miss Blue, man, tell me how's your relationship with Miss Blue, man?
Miss Blue, actually, I don't really know her like that, man, But I saw her a few times, so I saw her perform and I was like, oh man, she demands the presence of everybody. I mean, the attention of everybody. Her presence is, her stage presence is amazing. And, beautiful young lady, and she got flow, So I reached out to a few people. And then they was, a little skeptical about doing Breakfast in Bed. And then my manager thought, we collectively thought about Miss Blue and another young lady, and we decided to go with Miss Blue. And man, definitely not disappointed. That's for sure. She definitely did her thing. You'd be surprised how many people don't support you until you start trying to do stuff. As long as they can use you, they love you. But then when you're like, okay, just a little support here, a little support there, man, you'll be surprised how much support you don't have. So I do appreciate my supporters, man. I love y'all. And, I will never forget where I come from. Never. I don't believe that's in me. I'm saying that right now, October 2019, and I'll say that 4 years from now when I'm on the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? Accepting the award for whatever song I'm gonna write 4 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, once again, man, I appreciate you
Real
coming on the
talk,
show.
man.
And once again, I hope I see you again, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely, bro.
You have a good one.
Peace out.